Hey guys, welcome back. Chuck McCoy back with another unlisted video. Today I've got my very first unboxing of the BlackboxMyCar PowerCell 5 dashcam battery pack. Normally when I make these videos it's a full review after using the product for months and months, testing and using it. This time I'm just going to show you what's inside, push the buttons a few times, show you the wiring, and I want to go over the three most important things that make this dashcam battery pack unique that no other battery packs on the market are doing. And there's a fourth Easter egg I found in the user manual. Good thing I read the manual. And I want to go over the basic wiring connection for a dashcam to obtain parking mode. The two biggest issues I see from customers complaining about it not working or requesting tech support is getting the three wires with the correct polarity and then setting the cutoff voltage in their hardwire cable or the cutoff voltage setting in the camera firmware. Okay, so I've already opened this up and I labeled some wiring. So let's, first I want to look at the box real quick. So, of course, just like all dashcam battery packs, it's a lithium iron phosphate, which is pretty much guaranteed to never burst into flames in a hot parked car. Very much safer than lithium ion or lithium polymer. Like all dashcam battery packs, it works with any vehicle and works with any dashcam. It's completely universal. This has an LCD display screen because there's no app to control it. Some dashcam battery packs come with an app and you can configure it and monitor the settings and amperage draw with your smartphone. There is no app with this, like the PC8. That one's got an app. And we've got the SKU number, model number. This is manufactured by Energy Well in China. Oh, this is pretty neat. It's got the good old Taeguki from Republic of Korea, the Korean flag because it says it's designed in Korea. It's got the maple leaf flag because it's packaged in Canada, and it's got the 5-star red flag because it's made in China. And this has a capacity of 51.2 watt hour, so it's about half of the PowerCell 8. That one is 96 watt hour. Okay, so you open this up. You get a user manual. You get two little Velcro tabs to mount it under the seat or wherever. You get your adaffuses for hardwire connection. It's got three additional female spade clips. I'm not sure what those are for yet. This is the cigarette lighter power cable for the plug and play installation. You know, just plug this into your cigarette lighter and then this plugs into the battery pack. And I investigated what kind of barrel plug this is. This is a 12 volt DC male barrel plug. And the specification is 5.1 millimeter by 2.1 millimeter. And don't worry about that. I'll put the details down below in the down below. And I wanted that because during testing I like making my own custom cables for custom length, and I like using these big 12 or 14 gauge power wire. So that's what it looks like. Okay, next. Now this threw me for a loop. This is the hardwire cable, and the connection is a Molex 8-pin double row. So it's got 2 rows of 4, but it's only got 5 pins in there, and I'll tell you what those are going to. And I call this the combination hardwire kit because this is gonna plug into your fuse box to charge it, and then it's got the 3 wires to go to your hardwire cable for whatever camera you got. And then it's got a second set of wires here, and this is for I'm going to say this is for legacy Blackview dash cams that go into parking mode based on GPS or movement. It's got the same, or this one only has 4 wires, power and ground for the CLA, and then power and ground to charge it. There's no ignition trigger. So this is nice of them to include for the older Blackview cameras. Okay, so let me set this aside. Okay, so this is the battery pack here, and when it's off, none of these buttons will do anything. So to turn it on, you got to long press the power button, and then we get our display here. This is the up button, this is the down button, this is the OK button. We've got 2 USB-A outputs and 1 Type-C output, and this is the game changer. This is one of the biggest things I want to talk about. So the first thing that makes this unique, the PC5, is it's basically half the size of a PC8. It's about the same width, it's about the same thickness, but it's only half the length. So this is going to be able to fit pretty much anywhere. So, and on this side, it's got the Hardwire plug where you plug that in, and this is where you plug in the cigarette lighter power cable. This is the light, that's the button for the light, and this is an extension that's not used for this model. This model does not accept extension packs, so disregard that. Okay, so you can see the LCD, it times out after 10 seconds. I really wish there was a setting to manipulate this so this LCD panel would stay on constantly, but it shuts off after every 10 seconds. So the first thing was the small size. The second thing is this has the capability to charge the dashcam battery pack through the Type-C input. All previous dash cams I've tested before, like the 70Mi and the Viofo, they have a Type-C connection, but it's output only. This is the first one that can do input, and this port is 45 watt PD compliant. So PD 3.0. It can do 5 watt at 3 amp, 9 volt at 3 amp, 12 volt at 3 amp, 15 volt at 3 amp, and 20 volt at 2.25 amp. Don't worry about that. I'll put all that information down below. So the reason why this is important is for folks, the 2 biggest questions I see from customers who buy dashcam battery packs is, how do I charge the dashcam battery pack if I don't drive long enough or often enough? Example, they have a 5-minute commute to work, and 5 minutes is not enough driving time to charge this. Usually battery packs take at least an hour in the Hardwire configuration. And then a lot of people work from home these days when they only drive their car once a week to go to the grocery store, and that's not going to charge it up. So in the past, BlackboxMyCar have offered something like this. This is an AC-DC power converter, where you plug it into the wall and then it comes out a cigarette lighter, and this works, but this is kind of I consider this an undue burden on the customer, because it's kind of a expensive device at $55, and it's only going to have one use to charge up this dashcam battery pack. And I looked on Amazon, and they do sell these as cheap as $10, and I even bought one, but it may or may not work. And the reason why is because this one is specifically designed or selected for battery packs, because the voltage output, you're not going to be able to see this, but it says 14.6 volt at 8 amp. The one that I bought off Amazon, it was only 12 volt, but it did 10 amps, but the dashcam battery pack may or may not work with the 12 volt output. It really likes the 14.6 volt output. So now that we have Type-C charging capability, customers do not need to buy this $55 expensive device, and they can now use a laptop charger that they already have. I've got one here. This is my 65 watt laptop charger, and I can never read this fine print on the back, so I make a label. And this one does 5 volt at 3 amp, 9 volt at 3 amp, 12 volt at 3 amp, 15 volt at 3 amp, and 20 volt at 3.25 amps. So this does 65 watts. And this is only 45 watt max capability. So I already plugged this in and I tested it. Actually, I'll show it to you right now. Okay, so pay attention to this screen right here. Right now it says 13.1. When I plug this in, it's going to say 5 volt, and then it's going to do the USB PD excuse me, handshake negotiation, and then it's going to go up to 20 volt. So let me see if I can get this on camera. Oh, it's not plugged in. Let's plug in the charger. Okay, here we go. So 5 volt, 13.1 volts is the voltage of the battery pack, and then now it says 20 volt VIN. I don't know what VIN means. And I've got a little power tester on here, and I can confirm it's at 20 volts, 2.24 amps, and a total of 45 watts. So this, I really like this. This is so much more convenient for the customer. And even if you don't have a laptop charger, it'll even work with a power brick with your cell phone, your smartphone. This one is a 20 watt, and it does 9 volt at 2.2 amps. Let me show you that real quick. Okay, so 13.3 is the pack voltage, 9.0 is the this charging voltage, and if we check on here, it'll say 8.9 volt, 2.18 amp, and 19.5 watts. So that's pretty neat. Okay, so that is one of my favorite features that I've been asking for dashcam battery packs, and it's finally here. Now the next thing I've been asking for is this thing right here. So it's got two different charging ports. I'm going to call this the main charging port. This is the Hardwire, and then this is the CLA. Now the reason why this is special is because traditionally all dashcam battery packs, they only have one charging input. This is the PC8. So see right there, that's just the one charging input. This is an extension plug. So you only have one source, or one power source to charge this. But with this, it's got three. It's got the Hardwire, it's got the CLA connection is separate, and then it's also got the Type-C. Now, why is this important? Well, what you can do is you can hook up the Hardwire to be your primary, And then the CLA, you can use it as your secondary auxiliary. And guess what? Now you have the capability to hook up a solar panel to charge this, keep it topped up. So during the daytime when you get to work and you arrive with a fully charged dash cam battery pack, as long as there's sun, the sun is going to charge the panel, and the panel is going to charge the battery, and the battery is going to stay at 100% all day while you're at work. And at 5 p.m. when the sun goes down, then the solar panel is going to lose power, and then now it's going to start drawing power or start draining the battery pack. So it's going to greatly increase the run time for your parking mode operation. And same thing with the Type-C input. You can hook it up to your Hardwire so it charges with the car when you run the engine. And then if you have a solar generator, you know, like a Blue Eddy or a Jackery, you know, those, you can buy those real cheap for $100, and they have 3, 4, 5 times the capacity as these dash cam battery packs, and you can charge it with the Type-C. And the beauty of this is because it has the 3-wire connection to trigger parking mode in and out automatically when you start your car. So it's a complete plug and play operation. If you want to get one of those Blue Eddies and use that as your dash cam battery pack, it's going to take some DIY, cutting some wires up and making your own custom wiring harness applications, and it's not really plug and play friendly. Okay, so that's that, and now I want to go over the basic wiring connection for a dash cam. Okay, so this is the combination, or I'm calling it the combination Hardwire and dash cam output cable. So it's got 5 wires. These first 2, this is 6 feet long, and this is what's going to charge the pack. So they're nice enough to label these, but I always get confused. So this one here, it says input ACC, and when I see that I think of high amperage switched power. So this is going to go to a fuse that is high amperage, probably around 15 or 20 amps, and that's switched. It comes on when the engine is running and then shuts off when the engine is off. And then of course this is going to be input ground, and I think of this as high amperage chassis ground, so that's going to go to ground. Okay, now we've got the 3 wires here. This is going to go to your dash cam Hardwire cable. Now for Viofo dash cams, or pretty much any other Type-C dash cam like Vantrue, 70My, you know, all the other ones, it's kind of going to be the same thing. And you always want to double check the colors of these wires, because it may not be the same. Usually, I mean, black is always the same, but these red and the yellow wires sometimes differ. And for some reason, Viofo, it's been backwards for many years, and I don't see them changing anytime soon. So, so this is an HK6 Hardwire cable. This is going to go 12 volt to the battery pack, and then this is going to go to the dash cam, but I don't have it because it's inside the car. Now, first things first, if you're using a dash cam battery pack, you don't want to use a Hardwire cable that has low voltage cutoff built into it, because on these Hardwire cables, the lowest cutoff voltage is 11.8 volts. And these dash cam battery packs, they drain all the way down to 10 volt. So what that means is it's going to be leaving capacity in the battery pack that you can't use. So that's why Viofo made this. This is the brand new, all new Hardwire cable with the Viofo BP100 battery pack. This is basically the same thing as that HK6, but it has no voltage cutoff. It just has one job. It goes from 12 volt to 5 volt. That's it. So what that means is it's going to be able to completely drain the dash cam battery pack all the way down to 10 volts, and it's going to give you all of the runtime. And based on my testing, that could be anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours on channel configuration, 1, 2, or 3 channel. But now that we have LPID, low power impact detection, it's only 1/3 of a watt. It could greatly extend your coverage. So you might want to consider getting one of these from Viofo. Just submit a ticket. Maybe you can buy one. And they also have custom prototype HK6s where one of the selections completely disables the cutoff. So you can still use the HK6, and it's got a setting on here that completely disables the low voltage cutoff. Okay, we're coming up on time here, so I'm going to shut this off and we're going to go to part 2. Okay, welcome back to part 2. So right now I'm going to hook this up. Right now I'm going to hook up this Viofo A329S to the PC5. So let's see here. Black to black, I can't screw that up. And the red is going to go in the middle. And yellow's on the outside. So with a Viofo dash cam, it's going to look like this. Black to black, red to yellow, red to yellow. It's backwards. I know that's confusing. And so these two wires, I'm just going to leave these disconnected. These are not connected to anything. And this is going to plug into the back right here. And then now the camera. Forgot to restart this.
Recording. 1 channel started.
Okay, so we are recording in normal driving.
Parking mode enabled.
Oops. What did I do? Okay, so right now we're in normal recording mode, driving mode, and maybe you can see I've got a power meter in between the Type-C connector and the dash cam. So we're running at about 3 watts. Hopefully you can see that. So 3 watts of power in normal driving recording mode. Now, the fourth little Easter egg that I found in here in the user manual is this has a you can manually trigger the ignition wire. So on the display here you can see that it says ACC on. So all 3 wires are energized, and right now if you want to turn it off, you push the up button. Okay, no, down button. Okay, now it's okay, so it turned off, and now it's going into parking mode. Now hopefully you can see that on the power meter. I got to be very careful. I don't want to wake up the camera. It says 0.36 watts. So right now it's in low power impact detection. And I'm going to give the camera a tap. The camera will wake up and it's going to record for 45 seconds. And you can see the power went back up to 2.6 to record a 45-second clip. and then after 45 seconds, if it doesn't detect any impact or motion, it'll go back to sleep. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate starting the engine. So hopefully you can see that. Right now it says ACC off. I'm going to hold this down, and now it's going to go.
Recording. One channel started.
Okay, so now it left parking mode, and it's now in normal driving recording mode. So this is a very neat feature. I really like this. This is nice for setting it up, diagnosis, confirming operation, but I can also see this coming in handy for hooking up to auxiliary power sources like a solar panel or a battery pack where you don't have the ignition trigger and you just want to do it manually. Okay, so let's shut this off. Okay, so that's how you do a Viofo camera or a Type-C. Okay, we are back with part 3. The battery in my GoPro died, so I had to swap the battery. And I just got done, finished going over the connection for the Viofo and Type-C cameras. Now I'm going to show how to do the Korean style cameras with the different type of hardwire kit. Now, Korean dash cams like Vueroid, Blackview, Thinkware, FineView, GNet, iRoad, they use a completely different type of hardwire cable. Instead of Type-C, it uses a 12-volt barrel connector. And maybe you can see on here, it's got 2 poles right here and then a center electrode. So there's your 3 wires right there. One is ground, one is constant battery power, and one is switched. I don't remember which one is which. And that's why it's got 3 wires, black, yellow, and red. Now these Korean style cameras, pretty much the red and yellow wires are all uniform. And that's what matches up with the PC5. So these is very easy. Yellow to yellow, red to red, black to black. It's just the Viofo one that's backwards. So let's get this. Red goes in here. And then black. Okay, and then let me plug this into the back of here. Okay, and again, I'm leaving the input charging cables disconnected. I'm not connecting this to power because this has that special 4th Easter egg feature where we can manually control the ignition trigger through these buttons here. Okay. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because these Korean dash cams, they have their low voltage cutoff in the firmware built into the camera. So you've got to make sure the setting is correct in the camera.
Dash cams powering on. Starting recording.
Recovering the last video. Please wait. Okay. So we're recording, it's in normal driving mode, and let me make sure parking mode functions properly. Okay, so right now, hopefully you can see that it says ACC on. And I'm going to push the down button, and it should go off, and then the camera will go into parking mode.
Starting parking recording.
Okay, there you go. So now it's in parking mode. I think I put it in extreme low power impact detection, and it takes 45 seconds for that to operate. So I'm not going to wait for that. So I'm going to turn it back on. I'm going to simulate starting the engine. On.
Starting recording.
Okay, now we're in normal driving recording mode. But now I need to make sure that the low voltage cutoff is correct, because we're using a dash cam battery pack. We're not hardwired to the fuse box and using the vehicle starter battery. Okay, so let me see if I can use this so you don't see my finger. So
Driving recordings paused.
pause, and then we're going to go to system. Nope, not system. Camera. Nope. Parking. Okay, yeah, duh, parking. So we're looking for vehicle. Hopefully this is coming out on camera. So you want vehicle battery protection. Enter. And then we want discharge cutoff voltage. Okay, now look at that. The default setting in this Vueroid S14K is 12 volt for internal combustion engine. That's not good for a dash cam battery pack, because remember, these go all the way down to 10 volts. So we've got a bunch of different selections in here. It goes 13.9 for EVs, 13.7, 13.5, 13.3, 13.1, 12.9, 12.7, 12.5, 12.3, 12.1, 12.0. Now we're getting low. 11.9, 11.7, and 11 volt external battery. So this is what we want. We want this one for the parking mode with a dash cam battery pack. But I already see a problem with this setting. It's going to cut off at 11 volt, but like I keep telling you, these dash cam battery packs go all the way down to 10 volts. So that could be cheating us out of 30, maybe 30 minutes of parking mode runtime, and maybe even more, because this camera has extreme low power impact detection, and it cuts the power usage down to 1 milliamp or below, so basically nothing. So that could be a big difference of operating time. So I'm going to show this video to James, Kim, Jesse, Lee. Hopefully they can change this setting from 11.0 to off. We want to completely disable the low voltage cutoff, so we can completely drain the dash cam battery pack and get all of our capacity out of the battery pack. Okay, so that's just what I wanted to show you. When you hook up your Korean style dash cam, you've got to confirm you've got the correct cutoff voltage in there, because the default may be higher. Okay, apologize for making this 3 different videos. I didn't mean to talk so long. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.